Okay, I'm gonna review 4 Chief products in one go. So here's my projector. It's an Epson 3800, which I just got, and I'll be mounting this to my ceiling. Okay, I have a credenza here that goes behind the couch. There's a cable raceway here that goes all the way up, big finger down here, and then we'll come down this vaulted ceiling to the joist that is mounted where the fan is. And of course I need to drop the projector down below the lowest point on the fan. So how do you do that? Well, you start with a projector, and then Chief's universal mounting arms plus plate is actually these 4 arms and this white plate in here that has a ton of holes in here. So these arms can swivel around and move, and these screws that come through can be at any length. So it truly is universal, and it should work with any projector. They have longer screws for if there's different height obstacles, but it seems to work pretty well. These lock in place so they can't move, and you can screw on them pretty tight because it's all nice metal, or so it feels. I mean, it looks like everything has been nicely powder coated. It's a really smooth finish to the paint. It looks very premium. I really like it. The only plastic part is actually this locking mechanism, but it still looks okay. The second, so that was this, what I was just describing, these 4 arms. These go on to holes on the bottom of the projector, and then can be in any of these holes on the plate. And that's what interfaces with the projector. On top of that, you slide this piece, which is the RPA. This is the U, the universal part. So if you're ordering an RPAU, it's gonna come with these 2 pieces, at least. Check the pictures, but that's what mine came with. So, and I paid around $200 for the entire thing, I believe, in white. That is January of 2022. So this piece can tilt and swivel, which I don't need because it's going to be hanging directly down from the ceiling. And it goes on with these little thumb screws. These thumb screws, let's see if I can hold my phone with my other hand. I'm in a broken leg and a broken thumb right now. These come off really easily, and you can see that the projector will be able to slide out here. So you can get the pole and this top part mounted all on the ceiling however you want it, and then come in later and slide the projector in, and then put on the thumb screws, and it'll be nice and solid. So it's not like you need to fiddle with the projector when you're up on a ladder. And then the third piece is the pole. This pole is 24 inches, I believe. And it was $20 from Chief. Not a bad deal at all, just for a piece of pipe that is threaded, powder coated, and has a hole. I could have saved a little money going to get pipe, 1.5 inch, section 40 pipe from a hardware store, but they had the right color, it was the right length, so why not? The extension column, though, when I was looking, was like $175. That to me is not worth it unless you need like an exact correct height, which you should have for a projector to avoid any kind of lens shift, which might adjust the focal ability of the projector. So it just so happened that 24 inches, or one of the lengths of pipe that they offered, was the correct length for me. And since I have a vaulted ceiling, I'll be using this angled ceiling adapter. This was around $50 on eBay. And yeah, so all of these parts cost me close to $300. Here's the angled piece here. So what I've done with this is take out this bolt and then thread the cords through here and then out through the top. It's going to be on the ceiling kind of like this. So the cords will come out and then into that raceway, and they'll go down the pipe out this hole in the back right here and plug into the projector. So overall, I think it's gonna look pretty clean. The white matches the white of the Epson very closely. I'd say the Chief White is more pure. The Epson is more yellow, but it's really not yellow. So all in all, pretty good. I did want to show in the video exactly how high this makes it, because when you're doing your calculations from the ceiling, you don't want to just go off the extension column, which is in my case 24 inches. Plus this was, I think, 5 inches from this pole to here, and it's about the same everywhere on here, about 5 inches. So you'll want to look at that, and all of these manuals come with excellent CAD drawings inside where you can see the exact distance. So 4.44 is the maximum height, although when it's angled it's a little bit different. So check out the manuals online and get these drawings, and you'll be able to add up the actual distance from the ceiling to your projector, the center of the lens, with all the pieces. So with 5 inches plus maybe another 6 inches here, and then to the center of the lens, I mean, that's another 5 inches. So maybe 10 inches from the center of the lens to the start of the pipe, add 24, that's 34, and then add 5 inches from this guy, and you have a 39-inch from the ceiling mount. So a 24-inch rod does turn into a lot more after you account for everything. And originally I thought I needed a much longer rod, but this is gonna do it just right for me. And then you have some level of height adjustment here. You can go like maybe half an inch up or down with these height adjustable nuts. I have them fully extended right now. And then of course you could unthread a little bit and then put in this set screw at a different point to get like a couple more centimeters there. Thankfully this Epson has vertical lens shift and also horizontal lens shift, so I won't need to be exactly centered. However, the joist in the ceiling, the fan is mounted to, should be exactly in the center as I've measured it, and it should be good. It came with everything except for, well, it's not true. This stuff came with the correct bolts to mount it into the ceiling. They're larger bolts. I think they're in here. No, maybe it didn't. It's kind of a shame. But it did come with everything I needed, I guess, except for these style lag bolts to go into the ceiling. I went ahead and got 3 inches and 3.5 inches just to see what I might actually use, and it'll fit into this hole like that. Should be just strong enough. The head is well big enough that I don't necessarily need a washer. But then again, I mean, all that CAD work is in here. You'll be able to see the size of the holes for any screws that you need. So try and find these manuals online. But the build quality has been really good. It seems extremely adjustable. I'm a big fan of how these screws loosen and tighten to change the angle, and you get that on both axes. Do you? You might not be able to adjust it left and right. You can go like this, but maybe not like this. At least I don't see that. So, but you should get a straight up and down mount no matter what. So, the instructions are pretty clear on how to put it together. It took me about an hour maybe to fit everything together like this. So, no tutorial needed. Thanks for watching.